Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, and welcome to our webinar series under the theme of Digital Transformation Use Cases with IoT and AI, supported by Malaysia IoT Association, MyIoTA, and Thailand Embedded System Association, TISA. My name is Wing, and I am from the organizer team of Digitech ASEAN Thailand, and I'm pleased to be your MC for today. Just a few housekeeping rules for us to know. For those who are in Zoom webinar, we will turn off your camera and mute your microphone. If you have some questions for our topic or speaker in mind, please type your question under the Q&A box on your control panel. Our speaker will answer to your question during the Q&A session at the end or as soon as possible. For those who are watching live from Facebook, you can also type your question in the comment box, which we will gather them and share with our speakers. AI and IoT are redefining the ways of SMEs and enterprise business operation. AI put greater communication between humans and machines and have enhanced the ways for smarter work with real-time analysis, while IoT has improved the communication between devices and humans with intelligent technology. These two technologies is a good combination that helps you and us make business operation success. Today, we have the honor to learn from our industry experts on how IoT can be applied to specific key verticals from energy, healthcare, agriculture, manufacturing to smart city. So ladies and gentlemen, on this occasion, I would like to guide you through to the agenda of today. We will kickstart our session on MyIoTA, Connecting the IoT Industry by T.S. James Lai, Chairman of Malaysia IoT Association. Our second topic is More Than Energy Monitoring by Mr. Mu Papma, Treasurer of Malaysia IoT Association. During the pandemic, we experienced great shortage of hospital bed. As such, the next topic on improved hospital bed turnover rate with remote patient monitoring solution by Mr. Brian Pong, Deputy Treasurer of Malaysia IoT Association, will be vital for a better prepared healthcare industry. Next, we will move on to other application regards to smart agriculture and smart manufacturing with AIoT by Mr. J.A. New, ExCo member of Malaysia IoT Association, followed by Smart City IoT Platform, Benefits and Challenges by Dr. Maslan Abbas, ExCo member of Malaysia IoT Association. And closing by overview of Thailand IoT industry and applied cases sharing by Mr. Pongchai Priksaratnam, TISA's Committee and IoT AI and Big Data Expert of Thailand Embedded System Association. So let's kick off our first session now, bringing you our first speaker, T.S. James Lai, Chairman of Malaysia IoT Association. With 20 years of experience in the test and measurement, software development, simulation, design tools, and industrial automation and IoT, James has held various technical roles as application engineer and field support engineer at the National Instruments and Agilent Technologies. During his career, James has conducted various technical training, workshops, and served as speaker at conferences such as TEDx. He is also the founder and principal consultant for IoT Labs, which is an IoT consultancy and integration service firm. James is also the current president of MyIoTA, which stands for Malaysia IoT Association, that was established in year 2016 to drive the growth of IoT ecosystem in the region and to promote IoT application as solution to problem by both enterprise and public at large. MyIoTA is a permanent member of the National 5G Task Force Working Group, a contributor to the National Industry 4.0 policy framework, as well as a member of a national e-commerce roadmap technology adoption. So without further ado, let us invite T.S. James to power start this session. Over to you, James.
Okay, Savadi, everyone. And also like to take this chance to wish everyone still celebrating Hari Raya back in Malaysia. Selamat Hari Raya, Aidil Fitri. First off, let me try to show my slides. Can everyone see my slides?
Yes.
Okay. So basically, as Wade mentioned, MyIoTA or Malaysia IoT Association, we actually an NGO set up way back in 2016. And our main vision and charter is to realize the full potential of IoT, right, as part of Malaysia's digital economy. So at the moment, we have about 120 members. They are ranging from startups from Malaysia, SMEs, GLCs, and also some global companies that makes up the A to Z ecosystem of IoT. So with IoT, right, you can actually see that it's broken up into many verticals. So we are still a very young association, but we believe we are one of the largest in terms of providing the end-to-end IoT ecosystems. To know more about members, you can actually go to our website and look at our member directory to find out in detail what do they do. We actually, as an association, work closely with most of the global IoT organizations such as IDC, Gartner, AT Kearney. We actually share data with them, and they also have came out with a lot of reports around IoT, around specific applications, and also areas and trends. So being a Malaysian association, we actually contribute a lot to the digital economy of Malaysia. All right, we sit in a few of the working groups, all right, and technology task force. Along the way, as an association, we actually help connect the whole IoT ecosystem together. We bring a lot of policymakers, experts in certain areas like smart manufacturing, healthcare, and so forth, to share their knowledge on IoT applications, adoptions, and also incentives, all right, to transform the economy, right? These are some of the events that we organize over the years. And recently, I think for the past couple of years, everyone is affected by the pandemic, right? I think way back in April of 2019, we actually did our first online webinar that's touching how you can actually use IoT to fight the pandemic. So we actually have members talking about, again, smart detection of, whether you're wearing a face mask or not, temperature, asset monitoring, and also warehousing. So we're actually running quite a few incentives. Unfortunately, I don't have time to cover all the incentives or initiatives they are running with the association. I'm going to cover one of them, right? So this, again, with any type of IoT solutioning, right? This is a simplified architecture, right? You would have an IoT middleware running on the cloud with apps. You have connectivity, device gateway, sensors, and actuators, right? Again, I'm talking more towards industrial IoT use cases. So with the middleware, you could actually be running on an example, a middleware coming from one of our members, Favorite, Dr. Wright, who will be presenting more on their middleware later on, that consists of device management, scalable storage, business logic that you can customize. That's running on the cloud. And then you have other apps that does the analytics, the AI, machine learning, and so forth. Then next off, you need to have the connectivity. So this ranges of connectivity from, I think, LPWAN, low power by area network, like LoRa, Sigfox. You also have connectivity such as Wi-Fi, 3G, 4G, and so forth. Then you need to also have the end device of gateway, which are provided to many players out there in the market, right? And then last but not least, you have the sensors and actuators that will sense a particular phenomenon to acquire the data, right? So we actually came out with this concept, which is called the IoT Sensor Hub, that lets the industry, especially SME, accelerate the IoT adoption and also deployment of IoT systems, right? In a typical smart manufacturing type of application, if let's say at the moment you want to do IoT, you will need to have components like this. With a smart manufacturing hub, right? You could actually simplify your application, right? By using this sensor hub that it connects to all these sensors, PLCs, power meters, and so forth. So MyIoTA Smart Sensor Hub is actually a collaborative activity coming from members. We have all these members contributing their technology, right? Such as the MCU from ST, Create IoT is designing the PCB or the device itself. PCCW is actually contributing their global SIM card that can be used all over the world. And then Theriot actually are contributing their middleware. And we have Matrix Event contributing the MQ2 server. Altair, they have tools for machine learning, AI. And then for those who want to even customize this box even further, right? We have also IoT Labs that's providing a 3-day training on embedded programming for programming the hub. So built into the hub, there is actually an existing firmware that works, we think will work for almost 80% of most IoT applications, right? It has like a sensory board, right? It has, this is the architecture. It has, again, supports additional expansion connectivity. If you need other type of connectivity, other type of sensors and other features on the hardware side. It comes with built-in 4G modem, right? So with the global SIM card, technically you can have this box operate all over the world. And then they have other features like built-in chargers, built-in battery, and so forth, right? So we also provided, again, the robustness or ruggedness is needed in some IoT applications such that you find out there in agriculture, for example. It has IP65 rating, where the connectors are IP68. So basically, you can actually submerge, again, the connector part, right, in water, right, while also have the wireless working out there. So there are a lot of applications can use it. Like for this application is used with other of our members' devices, sensors, right? We also have a validation program, right, where we actually validate the sensors and devices coming from vendors such that it works out of the box with the sensor hub. And then we are looking at providing also references. Again, since this initiative started in Malaysia, we have to comply with the local authorities. So it's actually certified to work in Malaysia, right? However, I think I did some research. So let's say you need this box to be certified in Thailand. So there's also another body called MBTC, which you need to certify under those. So we can actually look into that if there's a demand outside of Malaysia for this sensor hub, right? This is a data sheet, right? And later on, we'll be coming up with a field reference design, right? For agriculture, for smart manufacturing, smart healthcare, right? And also smart city. So again, we're going to launch this program tentatively next month, right? Again, if you have any ideas, again, where you want to use this sensor box or any ideas about applying IoT and AI into your applications, organizations, feel free to reach out to us. So with that concludes my presentation. Thank you. Over back to you, Wing.
Thank you, James, for your insightful sharing. Next, we would like to welcome Mr. Mu Pafma, Treasurer of Malaysia IoT Association, to speak under the topic, More Than Energy Monitoring. Mr. Pafma is the co-founder of Asia IoT, which provide IoT solution to water industry. Promosys and Asia IoT jointly developed Malaysia's first GMS-based non-revenue water lockers and cloud-based NRW dashboard. He also started Credit IoT in 2016 to develop IoT sensors and platforms, which now operates in Malaysia, Singapore, India, Thailand, and Indonesia. In year 2022, he acquired controlling stake in AIoT technology to implement IR 4.0 innovation in logistics and transportation. So without further ado, let us invite Mr. Pafma to begin your presentation.
Thank you, Wing. Let me just start sharing my screen. Okay, I hope you guys can see my screen. Thank you, Ms. Wing, again, and a very good afternoon to all. Hope you all have a very fabulous day today. My name is Mo Padma from Create IoT. The number 8 that's we pronounce as Create. So Create IoT Malaysia. We are an IoT ecosystem developer focusing on developing IoT solutions from selecting the right IoT sensor, best connectivity, installation, cloud platform integration. For the year 2023, we are focusing on various solutions for SME digitization program, and one of them I will be talking today. And we are also a proud member of Malaysian IoT Association. And today's topic, I'm going to present more than energy monitoring solutions. So let's get started. Now, before we go any further, I just want to get our focus today correctly so that we can benefit better. The topic that I selected today is more than energy monitoring. In the following few minutes, I'll be discussing why it is beneficial for factories to implement energy monitoring system, specifically a three-phase energy monitoring solution. Now, one of the hidden benefit of implementing a three-phase energy monitoring solution is the potential of saving costs. Now, I'm very sure a lot of people have said this. You did monitoring, you can save. You can do monitoring, you can save. But by monitoring energy usage of your factory or your facility or your equipment in real time, you can identify energy inefficiency and take corrective actions to reduce energy wastage. This can result in lower utility bills, operating costs, and effective asset usage, leading to improved profitability for your organization. So if you can't measure certain parameters, you can't improve on it, and there's a high chance that you'll be wasting money on it. So the need of monitoring is very important. So that's why we put it there, cost saving. The second element is that energy monitoring solution can provide valuable insights into performance of your electrical equipment. By analyzing energy data, you can identify the equipment operating, whether it's suboptimal or optimal, such as motors. It might be running at a high energy consumption level, or outside they are working effective rates, efficiency. This information can help you to schedule preventive maintenance or take corrective actions to optimize equipment performance, prolong their lifespan, and reduce downtime. Now, a lot of industries knows about this maximum demand. We call it energy demand management. Many commercial and industrial facilities are charged based on their demand or peak power usage. Energy monitoring solution can help you to track and manage demand, allowing you to identify peak demand periods and take steps to reduce demand charges. This can result in significant cost saving by avoiding high demand charges during peak periods. Example, the tariff in Malaysia for C1 category, MD rate, I mean per kilowatt MD charges is 30 ringgit 30 cent, whereas normal charges 36.50 cent. Look at the thing, 36 cents to 30 ringgit for the same kilowatt if you have a maximum demand usage. The other key benefit that you will get from monitoring energy is that environmental sustainability. Energy monitoring can also help you track and manage your organization environment impact. By monitoring energy usage, you can identify opportunities to reduce carbon emission, minimize organization carbon footprint, and meet sustainability goals. This can enhance your operation reputation as an environmental responsibility entity, attracting environmental conscious customers and stakeholders. Now, once you measure your energy usage, you can track and reduce your carbon footprint. We have implemented projects in various industries, and we saw this by reducing energy, you're not reducing your output, your productivity. but yet if you use lesser energy, your carbon footprint become lower. Now, this is another key element that I always like to emphasize is enhanced operational efficiency. By monitoring energy solutions, one can provide valuable insight into the operation efficiency of your facility by whole. Earlier it was by equipment, now this is by whole. By analyzing energy data, you can identify areas where energy is being used inefficiently, take corrective action to optimize energy consumption, and this can lead to improve energy efficiency and increase your revenue base. So if you can't measure it, your equipment or your operation is not fully optimized. Now, the other angle that I always try to emphasize to my customers is that benefit of monitoring energy usage is a solution that can enable predictive maintenance strategy. By monitoring energy usage pattern of your equipment, you can detect anomalies, deviation from normal energy consumption pattern, which will indicate a potential equipment issue. This can allow you to schedule maintenance or repair proactively, reduce unplanned downtime, and minimize maintenance cost. Example, a furnace, which is supposed to be effectively heating up to 200 degrees, but because of the insulators or because of the insulation inactiveness, the furnace is using higher voltage to produce the same amount of heat. Without knowing that, your leakage will be very high. The other important thing that lately becoming more important is that compliance and reporting. A lot of my customers, they always require a compliance audit, either by the customers or stakeholders or regulatory, where you need to monitor your energy usage and have a steps and plans to reduce your energy consumption. This is in a larger macro level to reduce carbon footprint and for you to have an effective program on maximizing your energy usage. For that, you need an effective monitoring solution. Now, this is the best part that I always like to say to my customer. Why you need to monitor? Without data, you can't make any decision. You shouldn't be making any commercial decision without data. So energy monitoring solution generate a wealth of data that can be analyzed to drive data-driven decisions. By analyzing energy data, you can identify trends and patterns and opportunities for improvement. This can enable improved decision-making, optimize energy usage, reduce costs, and improve overall performance. So these are my 10 points about energy benefits. Let me just jump into quickly on what we offer at IoT for you to enable this. These are our devices that specifically designed to provide you easy entry tools to monitor energy usage in your building, energy usage with vibration, energy usage with compressor. And this is our dashboard, where we call it a unified SME digitalization dashboard, where you can use it. That's all. This is my contact details if you need to contact me for any other information. Ms. Wing, back to you.
Thank you, Mr. Pathma, for joining our session and for your contribution regarding to the energy monitoring solution. Next, please welcome Mr. Brian Pong, Deputy Treasurer of Malaysia IoT Association, to speak on the topic on improved hospital bed turnover rate with remote patient monitoring solution. Mr. Brian is the co-founder and CEO of SmartOps PLT, the healthcare provider to implement hospital information system, electronic medical report, and remote vital sign monitoring by utilizing medical IoT that is secure with blockchain technology. Trained as a hospitality and IT professional, he has over 20 years of experience in providing hospital IT project management and consultancy services. So let's join hands together to welcome Mr. Brian. Over to you, Brian.
Thank you, Wing. Very good afternoon to everyone. Let me just share my screen. Yeah. Okay, let me got this. Okay, good afternoon again. My topic is going to focus on how can we improve the hospital bed turnover with remote patient monitoring technology. Now, in 2017, I was challenged by one hospital CEO that his hospital have this problem. Every evening, he has to turn away 3 to 5 patients because he doesn't have enough beds in the hospitals. So then you were asking, okay, can you come up with something that the hospital, the doctors or the nursing team can manage the patients at home, meaning that those post-surgical patients after the surgery and their recovering is pretty good, rather than sit in the hospital bed, just wait for the nurses to come 3 times a day to take their SpO2 and blood pressure, and then tell the doctors whether the patient is doing okay or not okay. So rather than that, send them home, bring them together with some devices, and then the data can come back to the hospital for monitoring data. Same monitoring data can come back to the hospital for nursing team to follow up, and if necessary, they can have video call, and also if dressing is required, they can go to the patient's home to do the dressing and all. Now, so this is what the CEO wanted, because for as long as he's concerned that insufficient hospital beds means he would have to turn away patients, and patients may go to his competitors, the nearby other hospitals, and definitely not a very good experience for the patients, not to mention the lost revenue. So I mentioned just now, the solutions to that, one of the solutions to that, of course, beside you're building extra, blocks of hospital wards to expand the number of beds and all, is to put in place a remote patient monitoring in complement with telehealth technology, where you have a video consultations and also the home visits by the nursing team. So then the expected outcome of that, based on quite a lot of study, is that using RPM, remote patient monitoring, you would be able to help the hospital to turn over the bed, or in other terms would be means to reduce the hospital length of stay. Typically, the hospital would want to reduce the length of stay, because as long as the hospital, okay, this is for private hospital, maybe not so much for government, is that their profitability or the revenue usually generated from the first 2 or 3 days of the patient admissions. Because this way you do a lot of CT, MR, a lot of lab tests, a lot of whatever other tests that you need. So this way the revenue comes in. Usually the 3rd or 4th or 5th days onwards is more of little hospital consultations or hospital, ward visits, and also means of doctors' visits, and also the revenue-wise is not great for the hospital per se. And also, there's also study that shows that the reduced length of stay also can help to reduce a patient readmission rate, in the sense that because hospital is a place whereby it's a lot easier for patient to catch infections and all those, hospital definitely has pretty more virus and bacteria and all. So, and the other benefits of that is to reduce costs, because hospital stay definitely is more expensive than sending the patients home and then monitoring them remotely. Yeah. So then, of course, hospital revenues is increased, and patients are a lot happier, because most of the patient would rather be monitored at home than to be monitored in the hospitals. Is boring and is costly. So people prefer to be taken care of at home than in sitting in the hospital. Now, this is a solution that we put together whereby what we call this is a health kits, and it contains a few devices. This is a 6-in-1 meter. It has what you call this, hematocrit, hemoglobin, total cholesterol, ketone, uric acid, and of course glucose. Then you have oximeter, blood pressure monitor, thermometer. A weighing scale is optional. Usually you would not need a weighing scale for the home care unless it's obesity management. Then this is the gateway which we develop back down here. Then the data will be sent through the gateway to the cloud and to be presented on the dashboards. Okay, I will show you the dashboard shortly if time permits. I think I can. Okay, again, these are the components that you know, the gateways, and these are the monitors. Of course, we are supporting, going to support more and more different brands of monitors due to some customer preference and all. So, okay, and this is again how it works. The Bluetooth devices will connect to the telehealth gateway through Bluetooth, and then Wi-Fi to the USB 4G modem, and then push through to the cloud using 4G. Yeah. Okay, this Wi-Fi here acts as an AP. Okay. So the other thing is that we also have a ready API for the hospitals, meaning that the data can be sent to the hospitals or some of partners are telehealth companies, so they can actually take the data and present the data in their apps. One thing is that this is a ready API for the hospitals or the telehealth companies to connect. It's pretty straightforward. And also one thing is that we can also do it in such a way that we would not know what is your patient ID, meaning that in this API here, you can just send us an ID, whatever ID you prefer, and then you can, you know, so-called change it using a matching kind of table for that. So this is to prevent this, to keep the data private as much as possible. Okay, I think that's probably all I have. Let me just get here. Okay, let me just show you a little bit on the dashboard. This is a dashboard that we have built, and then here you can have a quick glance is, you know, of what's the patient status. An orange color like this would mean that certain vitals is high. For example, here is the blood pressure is a little bit high, and then this green means is everything is okay. And then for more data, you can in fact just click in. You can see the latest three vital sign readings. If you need to know more, you can click in and you can see a lot more data, the data points, and you want to see the trends, and also including ECG if you have. So we make it very easy for the user to look at. One of the things I want to highlight is the EWS early warning system, whereby this is based on UK News 2 early warning system score. So this one, by score 1, you can see that your pulse has a score of 1. If it's 3, then you probably want to take a look at the patients and increase the number of visits to the patient. Maybe instead of taking the vitals every 6 hours, you want to change it to 2 hours to prevent the patient's health from deteriorating and need to admit to ICU. Technically, that's what this is for. Okay, and then we also have another way of viewing the data using the flow sheet style, which is, this is probably more applicable to the what you call this, the critical areas, whereby you say, hey, you know, I want to look at the data every 6 hourly, and what what's the changes like for the patient's vital sign. Okay, I don't have data here to show you, but that's the idea. Okay, what else? And then the other thing is that we also do this. Let me just better go to the dashboard. Okay, you can also that allows the individualized vital sign ranges, meaning that some patients may genetically, high blood, no matter, other people's normal blood pressure may be 120, this patient may be 160, and as a nursing team, you may not want to get too much alert, so you can change it here, whereby you can edit the range for that particular patient. So this helps to reduce to the alarm fatigue in that sense. Okay, I think that's all I have for my presentations, and then here is my contact, just in case you would like to know more, and this is my website, my LinkedIn, and my email. Okay, thank you for the opportunity to present and share our so-called thoughts and solutions. Okay, over back to you, Win. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Brian, for your interesting session about the patient monitoring system, especially on the early warning system, and how you have shown us how the dashboard work. Yeah, so next we would like to welcome Mr. J.A. New, EXCO member from Malaysia IoT Association, to speak on the topic about smart agriculture and smart manufacturing with AIoT. Mr. New is the CEO and co-founder of Hexa IoT, which comprises of industrial data specialists, data collection, compilation, AI analytic, and AIoT solution developers to provide SMEs with a very friendly end-to-end AIoT solution, especially to serve the smart manufacturing, agriculture, and aquaculture sectors. So over to you, Mr. New.
Hi, thank you, Wing. Yep. Sawadee-krap. Yep. So this is New from Hexa IoT. Hexa IoT is an AIoT company based in Malaysia, Shah Alam. Yeah. So what we do is that we're merging human and artificial intelligence. So basically, we merge technology to our daily operations. Yeah. So today I'm going to share with you a few use cases, some case studies, how technology actually works in some area like agricultures, aquacultures, and manufacturings. Right. So we develop our own AIoT solutions, specifically for agricultures, aquacultures, and manufacturing in data collections, AI analytics, visual inspections, yeah, QCs, yeah. So we name our products Pandora. All right, so Pandora basically is an in-house developed IoT platform that power with AI, yeah, for futures analytics that for all the data that we collected. So the solutions that we develop is suitable for agriculture, aquaculture, the engineering, and manufacturing. Yep. So this is how it works. So basically, we retrofit or we deploy sensors into plantations, some fish farm, prawn farms, yeah, and also environmental monitoring, QC station with cameras. And yeah, essential parameters in manufacturing, of course, okay, it's like in quantity, yep. Maybe in weighing, so we have the wireless weighing solutions, we have the counting, we can retrofit counting sensors to your conveyor belts, to your process production area. Also some, like, especially like what Padma shared just now with the energy monitoring, which is very essential, because that one we actually can understand how our machine perform, how our building arrangements, yeah. So that one actually can improve our OEE, right? So everything, all the data actually can pass to each other from the station to station, process to process. Then at last, it can pass all the data to the cloud. So we can remote monitor and collect the data, all right, automatically. So which can actually improve our quality control and traceabilities. So today I'm going to share with you how we actually merging the technology to our daily operations that improve remote monitoring, automated data collection, machine-machine process communications, traceabilities, quality control, and all of this doesn't need us to invest into very expensive machines. We just need to doing by system retrofittings. Okay, so yeah, the first things that I'm going to share is agriculture sensors. So basically, we just need to retrofit the sensors to the plantations, and it's solar powered, yep, and wireless. So plug and play. Then by doing so, we can collect the soil parameters like pH value, water level, soil nutrients, especially in NPK, and also the soil temperature. Later, I will show why is this so essential for us to collect, right? So for aquacultures, of course, we have for water qualities, because now not only for the fish farm, prawn farms, in those hydroponics, this is essential as well, right, for the water qualities. So the basic one, of course, we can measure those like water temperatures, ECs, dissolved oxygens, pH level, salinity, and ammonia. All right. So this again is the same, solar powered and battery operated and wireless. Yeah. So these devices actually we already deployed into some of our partners' farm. Yeah, this is one of the use case, which is the sturgeon fish farm in Malaysia. If you got no idea what is sturgeon fish, basically it produces caviar, right? Like in the pictures. And this one we actually already deployed into one of the fish farm. All right. So, and this technology already witnessed by our former Prime Minister, because this fish is something very high value. All right. Our partners actually raise the fish with fresh water and flow through system. Anything that happens contaminate the water source, or the fish will be in danger. So we need to protect the fish and enhance, right, the efficiency of the farming and to improve the yield of the productivities. Yeah. So this is one of the use case. And the next use case I'm going to share with you is agar wood plantations. Yeah, this is a short video about 1 minute, right?
I'm Nicholas Ho. I'm the CEO of Gaharu Tea Valley Gopeng. We have started planting Gaharu trees in 1992. We have taken care of this tree, germinated to 300 acres and 200,000 trees. We take care of the trees in an organic way. We do not use any compound fertilizer or chemical pesticide. So we know about this sandbox project through Hexa IoT, of course, and we supply them with all the requirements that we need. Hexa IoT came up with the solution for us. It helps us a lot in terms of monitoring and giving real-time results. For example, the moisture content, the pH level of the soil, the NPK, and all these are important aspects for the well-being of the trees. In the long run, these devices will definitely control or minimize costs on labor. It's like basically, it's just a one-time investment. To nurture the new generation, we can look into digitalizing some of our practices, and then using new technology, we can of course bring more interest to the new generation to take up agriculture sector. The sandbox project will definitely help the planters in the agriculture sector, and of course Hexa IoT will be a good partner to digitalize your agriculture needs.
All right. So if anyone wants to like play back the videos, you can go to YouTube and search for Hexa IoT. There are lists of videos of our use case. Okay, so this is one of the example of the dashboard that to show how important is the real-time monitoring. Traditionally, we use some handheld device. We go to the farm, we plug in the soil and check one by one. And then some might, like especially NPK, we have to collect some soil, send to the lab. But then when the result come out, it might not be real time. Okay, so now we deploy multiple sensors, and I just take two of the sensors as a comparison as example. This is the same farm, right? End to end, one end to the other end, comparison of the farm itself. So basically, you can see the soil humid are at different level at the same day. All right. So this actually, the farmers, they spray the same amount of the fertilizer at the farm, but due to this different level of the soil humid itself, actually you can see the NPK level are big difference. All right, so this one actually shows how important if we can master the real-time data, and this actually can improve our analytic also. All right, so yeah, so this is some of the dashboard, yeah, to show basically we can remote monitor the actual real-time data of the soil by like within every hours, or can be as real-time as actual as every minute. All right, so this one is depends on the application, and this one actually can enhance our analytic works for future planning for the plantation. And this also very essential if you want to have the very accurate forecast for the yield for harvest. All right, So this one, beside the yield harvest, I think one of the highest costs that we experience with our partners is the fertilizer or the chemical use. So traditionally, when we do watering and fertilizer chemical spraying is by timer, right, by schedule. But like I showed just now with the example, so basically the needs, this fertilizer requirements will be different variants, right, by different conditions. So if we can just trigger to spray the fertilizer when the plant or the soil needed, then this one actually can save a lot and actually can improve the efficiencies of the fertilizer itself. All right. So we spray fertilizer and we control the quality by data. All right. So yeah, beside the agricultures and aquacultures, there's another use case we actually deployed in manufacturing. Yeah. So this is part of the use case that just now Padma shared, how important is the energy monitoring. So we actually deployed the energy meters to machine and buildings. So we can monitor the building's energy consumptions in real time. Anything can be triggers and also the machine OEE improvement. So basically we can remote monitor the machine condition, right, for the maintenance, the status, and also the on-off or standby status of the machine. So we can plan for the production schedules. And yeah, I mentioned earlier, so all this technology doesn't need to be very expensive machine. It's one short use case, about 1 minute videos to show how we retrofit one very old machine, which is the labeling machine to do the bottle label. And with IoT, now we retrofit with the auto counting, we retrofit with the energy monitoring solutions, right? So this is just something to share.
Hello everyone, we are Hexa IoT, a Malaysian-based IoT company. In this video, we are going to show you how we retrofitted a traditional machine with an IoT system to help improve efficiency and accuracy. Labeling machines are commercially used to apply labels onto product packagings. This machine commonly suffers from high rejection rates and reduced productivity. This is because the machine is only capable of singular product application. Operators also have to manually count the products. Both the user interface and adjustment mechanism are also very complicated. We have developed an IoT system in our Pandora IoT Cloud platform to eliminate these issues. Our system now enables the machine to process a wide range of products through minimal adjustments. It also includes automated label counting, as well as an energy meter for an easy real-time remote monitoring. All of this is also done through a simple and modern user interface, suitable for anyone to use. Our IoT solution reduces rejection rates and boosts productivity. We are also able to improve factory OEE. Learn more about our IoT solutions in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to stay updated.
All right, so beside the energy monitoring, right, so another essential parameters, of course, is the quantity. So for weighing, traditionally, we have to push in very heavy items to the weighing stations, paper and pen, right? Then they pass the paper update to the office, then the key in. So this process might be delayed, might be inaccurate because of human error. So if we have the real-time weighing updates, so this one actually can improve our productivities and also the production planning, right? Especially when we receive one PO, we need to understand how much maybe raw material in our warehouse. So basically, this one, whatever products that go in and out from the warehouse, in and out to the production area, can be instantly update the weight to the system. So this system also we tested and integrated with any ERP solutions in the market. Yep. So a short video again. Yep. Just a few second video to show how the weighing actually works remotely, right? For the data collections. So this one we retrofitted to a pallet jack. This can be retrofitted to vertical overhead cranes, check weighers, and also those like maybe weight bridge, right? So whatever that being weighed, the indicator will start to show like the traditional weighing scale, but like you can see, basically this data can be wirelessly updated to the cloud system. So this one can improve the data update, logging, and real-time monitoring, and of course work planning. Right, so you can see as simple as that. After weight, touch the cards, or maybe just get a tab to just log the data. So everything can be as instant as that.
and without paper and pens. So this one can minimize all the human error and the delay of data updates. All right. So beside the data collections, I think this is one of the most interesting part, which is the quality control, visual inspections. This is good for both the agriculture and manufacturing because both parts we need quality control. Especially like in Malaysia, we have palm oil, palm fruits with the harvest. Basically, if we harvest the wrong one, the value will be zero. All right, so we wasted the value and the efficiencies. And recently, I see Thailand. Actually, I think one of the cash crop will be this cannabis, right? So this one we can have the visual inspection to check on the harvest readiness. We can forecast the harvest, and then we can check on the nutrients deficiencies. If this one, let's say, okay, during the plantation period, right? So if any NPK level goes wrong or any pests start to affect the plantations, so basically the AI inspection system, the cameras can tell. All right. So besides that, this AI inspection system, the camera can check also like the quality, the colors of the products combination, the size, the shape. All right, and also can do counting. Yep. So a short video again to show this is one of the case study that we have, that our partners basically they can just like use their handphone, mobile phone, log into our platform. Then they just point the cameras to their products, and the system will tell which is the good one, which is the bad one, which one ready to harvest, which one is like maybe in the future, how long more, maybe this one, maybe 1 week or 2 weeks more kind of things. Yeah. So the camera basically can tell, can give the result. This ripe, this overripe, this unripe, so that our operators will never harvest the wrong plants. All right. So another one will be in productions, right? Agriculture's product, yep, that goes to manufacturing, our factory. So basically, we need to do a lot of sorting, right? So beside giving result, the system Pandora also can communicate with machine, so that after we know the result, we can tell the machine to do the sorting. Yep. So some of the manufacturing might say, hey, my product is not food, it's nothing to do with agriculture. So it doesn't limit to all this. Sometimes like packaging also we can check. Like we can check the label versus the content. Is it the correct one? Is the manufacturing date or barcode the correct one? So the label can be checked as well. Yep, so this is some of the success use case and case study I'm sharing today. Of course, it doesn't limit to that. Anyone that interested or need to find out further, you can just always go to our website or our Facebook, yep, or maybe you can email us so we can exchange idea. And my team will bring these solutions to Thailand Impact Exhibition Hall by May during the ThaiFex Anuga event. So yeah, you can just always visit to our booth there to check out the solution. We have some demo unit there. All right, so yeah, over back to you, Wing. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. New, for your very interesting and very adaptable example and so many good video that show us that IoT doesn't need to be really that expensive to apply. So we learn a lot from you. And of course, next, we would like to welcome also to our last speaker from MyIoTA, MyIoTA, Dr. Maslan Abbas, EXCO member of Malaysia IoT Association, who will enlighten us also with another very interesting topic on smart city IoT platform, benefits and challenges. So Dr. Maslan is the CEO and co-founder of Favorite, which is an IoT company. He is a recognized thought leader in the IoT industry, having been listed also as a top 50 influencer by several organizations. Dr. Maslan has extensive experience in the telecommunication industry, including serving as a CEO of Redtone IoT and helped various senior management positions at Mimos, Merhat, and Cellcom. And Dr. Maslan also served as an adjunct professor at the Faculty of Information Science and Technology of MMU. He is a frequent speaker at IoT, IR 4.0, Smart City, and Telco Conference, and served as an industry advisory panel for several universities. He's also holding the TechX speaker title and also received honorary doctorate in the electrical engineering from UTHM. So let's join us to welcome Dr. Maslan to share with us more about smart city application.
Thank you very much, Wing. A very good afternoon to all of you. It's a pleasure having in this Digitech ASEAN Thailand webinar. So today, I will just share with you a little bit more about the smart city platform, the benefits and challenges. I think we have seen, if you look at all the presentations, you look at all the necessary components within the IoT elements, and you see a lot of our members have been presenting about their sensors, actuators, even the applications that you have seen. But one of the main components within the IoT ecosystem is actually the middleware. The middleware is being seen as the enabler that will connect all the sensors that you have, you want to collect all the data. And by the end of the day, the data that you have collected should be made into something more meaningful. And with that, I think if we look at the implementation of smart city, there is a lot of challenges that cities have been facing. And we know that cities are evolved in two ways. One is either they are brownfield areas where a lot of infrastructure is already in place. There are certain times when certain applications have already been deployed. But you are also seeing that there are also greenfield smart cities where a lot of cities are still very new, and it's easier to deploy smart city applications in the greenfield area because you can, in fact, plan it well. Yeah. But let me share with you why is it important. In this case, I would like to focus more about the platform themselves. If you look at the IoT platform in general, there are many benefits that we can get from this platform. One, as you know that, by collecting smaller data, you might have a simple system to collect it, but sometimes when you have a lot of data to be collected, especially within a city area, you require a platform that is easily scalable. You can't have a platform which is a small server under your table to do that anymore. Yeah. If we look at security as one of the key components, and platforms like this have their own security, encryption, and also authentication features. This is where also the platform will collect all the data. This is where you can get the insights of the data. It's also important to know that in multi-environment, multi-system environment in smart cities where you have so many applications, so many systems, it's important for this platform to integrate with other platforms too, or they can exchange data. And then we also look at how this platform can collect not only data which is small, but also can be in a huge amount of data. The kind of volume that it must be like real-time data you'll be collected 24/7 and 365 days. Of course, by having enough data, you can do a lot more things in enhancing the whole infrastructure of the smart cities. Cost saving wise, you will see that instead of having multiple platforms, multiple IoT systems, you might have a single platform that can reduce a lot of costs. So rather than you have different cloud services that you need to subscribe, different servers that you need to subscribe, then you can have a single platform that can do that. And of course, we can encourage a lot more innovative applications by having a platform which is more open. Yeah, we can also have more customer engagement. They can see the data within the whole system. But most important of all, an IoT platform is where you can actually manage your devices, simplify the onboarding of your devices onto a platform. You want to rapidly deploy that, so you need to have a platform which is fast enough for you to deploy certain systems. So what happened, because what you are seeing just now, my members, my colleagues have been presenting different vertical applications from manufacturing, healthcare, and even agriculture. But we're also seeing that new set of applications, and we'll be talking this a lot about smart city. And smart city have a lot of application which is especially meant to enhance the quality of life of the citizens within the city, to make it more efficient for city services to support the whole city. Yeah, so that's why I think we are seeing a lot more infrastructure have been put in place in cities, and also different applications to be put in place in everywhere within the city themselves. So then that's why we need an IoT platform for smart cities. We know that in smart city, there's so many platforms, but people get confused which platform is what you call the mother of all platforms. Yeah. So if you look at the challenges of having this smart city IoT platform, we see that one is where can we get the data? You know, we see the LP1, you know, the data that comes from NB-IoT, Sigfox, LoRa, and so on and so forth. But nowadays we are seeing data that comes from even 5G, you know, high-speed data, more sensitive kind of data. The infrastructure need to be put in place so that you can have enough data for you to do analytics. Security, privacy, people are, you know, worried about cyber attacks on the system, the data breaches that happen a lot when, you know, a lot of privacy data are being disclosed. One of the main challenges within a smart city, because there are so many players, so many departments or owners, agencies, they have their own system that they manage their own data. So the data ownership are quite difficult, sensitive for them to share. So that's one of the things. And sometimes different systems are too old for them to even do a data exchange. So they need to upgrade or have a way for them to have API for them to integrate with others. And of course, I think one of the biggest challenges in any smart city implementations is the funding and also investment. If we see that a lot of investment are being put in place, especially the infrastructure, even before you put the smart element on top of the whole infrastructure. That is what we are seeing now. If 20% of the whole total cost, most likely will only be at the smart application side, but the big chunk of the implementation cost will be at the infrastructure side. So if we have a smart city platform, there are three kind of benefits that we just can see that, as I mentioned to you earlier. One of that is we can improve our urban infrastructure. We can optimize the way that we build our infrastructure. We can respond quickly to the issues that we are facing. The citizens, once they make complaint, or even they don't have to complain, we are able to see everything from traffic, to air quality, to water quality. We can see that real time. So it's more urban infrastructure and better services for the users themselves. Data analytics, as we know, that is better for us to have aggregated data from different sources so that you can analyze it much better, rather than you have systems which is in silos. They have difficulty to make meaning. There's no correlation. You have different multiple systems which are not talking to each other. And of course, I think we are talking about ESG nowadays. We look at how to reduce the carbon footprint, like Mr. Patma had mentioned earlier just now, how we can reduce any waste that we have, improve the efficiency of our energy, and we can actually make our cities more sustainable. So that's why I think it's very important for us to have this IoT platform to help you aggregate all this data together. We have seen a lot of smart city IoT platforms be implemented worldwide. For example, like Barcelona in Spain, they have the CTOS platform. The way that they collect the data for energy, air quality, traffic, and all that, then they can actually optimize and also reduce the carbon emission within the whole Barcelona. Singapore themselves have a smart nation platform, which also the same thing. They have multiple cameras now even be integrated into us, so that they can see multiple from crime, from traffic, and all that is not being integrated into a single source, so they can respond to emergencies faster than before. We look at Amsterdam smart city platform. They have this a better way for them to actually work within the government, the business, and citizens, because with that platform they can share their ideas, their data, and make it open for people to look into the data themselves. Portland, Oregon, they have City IQ. They have the same thing. They collect data from parking, street lights. They can optimize their traffic workflow. This is how people help to build their own platform. So the same thing with Helsinki Urban Sense platform. They have this for managing or collecting data from air quality, for example. So almost all the same within this smart cities within in worldwide. They have the same intention of aggregating multiple kind of services of data into a single platform so that they can make a better decision. So how our company Fabric offers, what we do is that we do more than just having the system to be deployed. We even start offering our platform, to learn IoT, to teach IoT, to develop your IT project, or even to deploy a real IoT solutions. So we look at the whole value chain. While you are looking at the end game of deploying the whole IT solutions, you're also thinking of having to learn IoT. So I think it's the easiest way for them to learn IoT is through the platform themselves. Yeah. So that's how we come in place. We look at the platform itself. We have that platform that can connect multiple heterogeneous devices which have different protocols like REST, MQTT, CoAP. So these are the most common protocols, even though we can support others too. And then with that, we also have a way to manage the device so that we help the developer who subscribe to the platform. They can connect their own sensors, they can create their own applications. So either they view the data within the dashboard inside the Fabric platform, or they can make the dashboard custom dashboard by taking the data from the REST API. So they can create their own external dashboard, having their own analytics if they want to, or they can use the analytics within the platform itself. So in this way, this platform is more open in a sense. It's a developer friendly. So we help others to create their own vertical of applications. Yeah. So we open this platform to worldwide. We have more than 120 countries around the world, 7,000 over developers that subscribe to the platform and use the platform and create their own services. That's how we do. So I think we encourage the members, the audience here, if you want to try it free, subscribe for free, and try it out to see how the platform can help you in your IoT journey. Yeah. So one of the case study that we have is that there are customers, our customers who develop the hardware portion. They want to focus only the hardware, but they want to ensure that they can test it out and offer this to others without themselves involved into the middleware development. So they want to reduce the cost of development, just focus on the hardware. So they want to use whatever tools which is already available. They want to expedite the whole deployment of their IoT products, their IoT hardware. So what happened is that we help you, they connect to our platform, help them to value add to their current IoT solutions, and then they can connect their other IoT products onto the platform. So now they have different application scenario that they can build, they expedite the whole proof of concept, yeah, and then before they offer this to their customers. Another way that we engage our customers is, a smart city. This is where the command center of a smart city, they have multiple systems, too many systems which is already in existence. They have difficulty to look at different dashboards, a different database that they can have a single database or single collection of data to have insights. So too many data already in silos, different dashboards. So what happened is that we come in and help them into making them into an integrated smart city platform. So they have a single dashboard that can make them easy for them to offer to their customers and for them to view the details of the data themselves. So that is what we have done. And this is one of the examples that we have with one of the local councils in Malaysia. In the command center now, they have a single dashboard that connects. For example, now we have connected the water quality, that they can view the water lake quality. They have a weather sensors, smart weather monitoring system, and they also have hydrology, yeah, to see whether is there any flood or not, and water rising. So then later they will have a new sensors that we connect. They can use the same platform rather than they connect to another different platform to do that. So these are some of the examples of dashboard that we have custom made for them to ensure that they can view and offer this to the public. So the public can view this easily, but they also have detailed data which we already given them for the administrator to view. Yeah, this is only for public view, but they also have administrator view. So the way that we are doing now is that we are helping smart cities to ensure that they can innovate a lot more, because they are also creating a lot of innovative activities, initiative. They want to make sure that they have a trial system that they can allow other people to build new application, encourage innovation within their ecosystem, accelerator program, for example. They have a platform for them to even learn how using IoT, test it before making it commercial. So once they have done that, then the smart city can in fact identify and select the right ones for them to make it official. So they can, once they make it into official, they can offer these real smart city applications, put them into a single dashboard, which is a multi-vendor environment, and then we can have a different business model with them, you know, either subscription-based, license, revenue share, or whatever models that they can have. So this smart city platform that we offer is for them to innovate more solutions, because we need more applications, and they need to have like a sandbox within their area. So I think lastly, what we are seeing also that one of the 7 practices of smart city IoT platform that we should do is that, one, we have to ensure that it's secure platform, privacy of the data, the architecture must be open enough, it is able to scale and flexible enough to connect to multiple sensors. It interpret not only within the sensors but also within other systems. We need to get people involved in the citizen engagement, providing feedbacks, ensuring that the data can be ensured that it can have more sustainable. And finally, we do a continuous monitoring within the command center. So as a conclusion, we are seeing that there is still a need for us to have an integrated dashboard within the whole smart city to simplify the view. Privacy and security will be the concern of any smart city implementation. Standardization of the data, IoT is still an issue. If we don't have that, then we might have problems in building and connecting systems. Integration of systems, making sure that all of them are more open. And I think one of the biggest issue within the smart city themselves is the talent themselves. Sometimes they have that limited understanding of how to architect the whole smart city platform, or even to architect the whole smart city implementation. This is what we are seeing and we have faced, and a lot of IT within the local councils, the municipal are still learning of how to build a smart city solutions. So I think with that, I'd like to say thank you very much for this, and you can contact me, and I think we will share you with the slides together. All right, thank you very much. Over to you, Wing.
Thank you, Dr. Maslan, for a very comprehensive overview on the smart city platform. And of course, your conclusion is also good for us to understand how, what are the challenges and how do we move forward from there. So we can have more for discussion later on. So next, we are very pleased to welcome our speaker from Thailand. His name is Mr. Ponchai Priksarattanong, TISA's Committee and IoT and AI and Big Data expert from Thailand Embedded System Association, TISA, to speak on a topic about overview of Thailand IoT industry, as well as applied case sharing. Mr. Ponchai is one of the key committee members of the TISA Association. He has over 30 years of B2B ICT experience across various sectors and technologies. He has built IoT department in Dell Technology Thailand and in Indochina for over 10 years, and has covered numerous business from enterprise and corporate digital transformation solution. He has been responsible for growth of multiple Dell Thailand new business such as IoT and OEM solution, Dell Media, and enterprise business, Dell Consulting Services. Currently, he runs business with various IoT and AI specialists in SSA Network Thailand Company Limited. He has also contributed to teach IoT and AI business cases for various universities in Thailand, and attained the master degree of business administration in general management and bachelor of computer engineering. So without further ado, we would like to welcome Mr. Ponchai to take over the stage. Thank you, Mr. Ponchai. You may start your presentation.
Hi, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Ring, and Swadee Krab, ท่านผู้มีเกียรติ let me speak Thai for invitation, and thank you for overall from ORC, especially from Malaysia IoT Association. I think we are like a brother between each country. Yeah, let me share screen. Okay, I would like to divide to 3 parts, right? For our association and what we can gathering the information for everyone that who don't know at our association. Another topic is what currently apply in IoT or AI in Thailand. And the last, I like to just small quick real demo that my company is have building from one compact university that using our IoT implemented and using at the moment for benefit of each particular application. Okay, overall, thank you for inviting. Yep, let's for next slide. Who is TISA? TISA is Thailand Embedded System Association. Actually, our association is founded before the word of IoT is well known. We are founded in 2001. We are actually we strength on the start from embedded everything. Yep, especially in the small IC or the board until the embedded system under the big system. Yeah, then we call Thai embedded system. Over universe from everything that embedded. Our key sponsor, we are 3 parts, right? One part is from government, of course. We are association that can influence and we have give a voice for policy in Thailand. Example that from Thailand Board of Investment, NSTDA, as you know, and Thailand Research Fund. It's a big organization that we have sponsor from, and we are key main of influencer for them. And of course, National Innovation Association, the key government body, and the other is from Department of Promotion of Manufacturing or DEPA, etc. on that main particular the government body. Second part of association is we include every university, the what government university and the private university. Yeah, of course, Chulalongkorn, KMITL, Mahidol, all the top one. Also the every university we are networking, especially in the faculty of IoT and embedded together. The last party is we are combined with the businessman, business machine, and the company who doing all embedded. Not only IoT, we do the AI. Example, we gathering with the industry leader of the kiosk in Thailand, etc. That where we now in Thailand Embedded System Association. Of course, we are created from the because in Thailand we are fragmented on the design and fragmented on the small company, and some government cannot as consult where it is gathering the group of the R&D and the trend of the IoT or Thailand Embedded. Yeah, then we are use that issue that to be combined together with the labor society and change to be a knowledge society. Then association is not only the businessman, we do it with knowledge sharing, and from the policy of the government we combine together. Of course, 3 topics that we try to focus and activity. We will let you to see. We are doing the group of smart electronic. Example, kiosk is a new IoT on the kiosk. Automation, of course, a lot of manufacturing in Thailand. Manufacturing the car especially EV at the moment. And the big overall in the upcountry, urban city, we do with agriculture for IoT, that thing, and all digital transformation try to help the organization in Thailand to transform. That is, yep. Okay. Last but not least, our strategy, not only the grouping the company or the people together, we try to develop our strength of the engineering that we call human resource development for industry. Yeah, you know, we cannot go far away if we don't have more expert. Then we focus on develop the more people or the new generation that put the new innovation and create the idea or sharing between of course, after that, we can sharing Thailand and Malaysia together. And of course, at the last, we try to help give funding for the new product or the new startup company for the IoT or embedded. These are the industry member. The biggest SCG, Siam Cement Group. Yeah, we are the main. We divide to be we call the big brother. That means the big company like Ford, like SCG, helping the medium size like CT Asia. We have a newcomer, the Ford, who do the new kiosk for coffee every city in Thailand. And the last we try to help the startup for the company for our association. Of course, we can exchange the other country or in the ASEAN together, of course. And you see that, as I say, most of the doctor or the professor in the IoT embedded system, we gathering together for the knowledge sharing on the professor side, yeah, to share research to the community side. Yeah, this all the just a picture that we show that our activity we launch on every quarter, biggest year also. Yeah, our chairman is not available. Then he sent me for present. Then we have a biggest a lot of like HRD to together every city in Thailand to fill the new generation who interesting in IoT embedded together, and we are going to workshop together, and we have a workshop seminar for like knowledge sharing for the society and in Thailand industry, of course, and conference and seminar. We do a lot of module we call training together. If anyone can come and get the sharing, we have from the research to be applied together. Yep. And of course, we do business matching together. Like to see at the moment we can matching with like Malaysia IoT Association together for brother and neighborhood country to sharing our knowledge. Yep. And of course, training and workshop. Our member can have a showing like I see the same in Malaysia. Yeah, we showing a lot of use case and newcomer and startup together. Of course, we have a directory for developer. At the moment, IoT, I don't know other country. We have a lot of demand in big company or business, right? But we shortfall of the developer, and we try to fulfill the gap of that one. Yep. And of course, that coming with the application that we are doing in many various on the major city in Thailand for do the grouping prototype. Who interesting like these are like IoT application that we have done already. The latest we do IoT device to brain for metaverse that using the sensor on the hand and control the other. We got a lot of group that can using our knowledge and application for the other. Until now, a lot of business development some company come back to us that very good. They go to do more on the business kind of commercial side. Yep. The other application, like of course the manufacturing system, we do a prototype for many small factory or middle factory to helping transform them. Not only the IoT application, we do for help them for data gathering. Yep. And teaching them how to improve their system, like to be a manufacturing 4.0 at the end as a government demand. Okay. And the other application we done one group of the city from in the, if you come back in like in the eastern seaboard, we do some small city from sense of smart city like near the Pattaya. What we do, we done with the IoT, with the sensor one on our developer and some company together and helping the city to help on the health monitoring and management system for elderly and all kind of people. Okay, that we got sponsor a lot of from government body, and now with the elderly system, we protect them from falling down or can report suddenly for their family and or go to the healthcare system on the government. Example like we call Tesaban in the it's a small city governor. Yep. Okay. In this application, we try to apply IoT. We start with in the northern of Thailand, right? Yeah, they got a lot of ancient building or temple, the very old. We create all kind of application that how to protect and conservative for that place between that a lot of tourism try to go visit, and we have a sensor and try to monitoring and prevent from touching or back to the old value building. Yeah, that another application. Of course, in Thailand, right, is a lot of elephant. Yeah, elephant is in Thailand. If you see in Thailand, we have a lot of from forest elephant that want to go to the village, go to break to the village to get the food, because in the forest cannot feed them more, right? Yeah, and then they break and they hit the house, and of course we collaborate. Come back in Thailand. It's a big nation park in Thailand. Khao Yai. We have done with some small sensor with IoT with the elephant, because elephant is back to a small village and come to destroy all the houses of the people. Yeah, and then we try to be alert from that red dead by elephant and on the monkey. Then we do with a symbol with the sensor put on the elephant. Yeah, of course we do with the governor at that time with very successful at the moment, and now all nationwide of the forest on the upcountry using this one with our initiative. Yep. Yeah, that's the picture. Overall, in Thailand, right? The IoT market from currently to 2030, right? Yep. It's a third, of course, it's annual growth. It's about 30% estimated. Yeah. At the moment, you see a lot of room for growing. Yeah, until 2033, right? Then it's like 30% growth on growth. Yeah, you can see. What measure on the IoT? We are like I said, 30% growth on yearly. Yeah, and on IoT market. Yeah. As you can see, a lot of opportunity that any IoT maker or AI can jump in our business. Yep. And of course, in policy of Thailand, manufacturing factory is to try to themselves. Even now they are level on 2.0. They try to jump up to 3.0 or 4.0 at the up speed. Yeah. In manufacturing, not only the EV or car manufacturing, a lot of supply chain, they have to go on their level, and city management system, of course, like last session that the smart city, a lot of major city in Thailand, they try to promote themselves for city management on not only on the element in the traffic or the agriculture, every aspect of the city, especially in the major, like in Bangkok area, Chiang Mai, Songkhla, or Pattaya, Chonburi. Yep. The third is transportation, of course. A lot of logistics we are developing on the transportation across the wide and in Thailand and neighborhood also. And these are demand and opportunity for revenue for the value that expenditure clearly. Yeah. Retail, a lot of retail we doing request for IoT for apply on the retail system. Example for iBeacon or the AI on the preference on the customer. Okay. For vehicle, of course, the EV is now is booming on the EV in Thailand, right? Yep. And the other, not only the public health system that I think Thailand also in the try to developing the public health system like remote medical system using computer vision or image processing for the doctor, and the household management system also for the every like we got a lot of heat wave in this summer, right? A lot of it's a really high temperature. Yeah, of course, even though the fan or the air condition, yeah, we do the IoT currently, and construction on the every side with the IoT with the IoT also, and office management also. Yeah, that particular type of various industry that in Thailand the outlook of expenditure try to spend in IoT. Yeah. Of course, I think because we got not a lot good bandwidth, and I try to show you the real time. Actually, the our showcase that doing for from that particular system. Yeah, unfortunately, at the moment, a big raining here. Yeah, I think we can conclusion on this one first for Kun Wing. Yeah, I think, yeah. Later on, if we have opportunity, I'll show you more. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr.
My-
Ponchai. So, okay. So we would like to thank you once again for all the contributions and all the many interesting cases from respective speakers from Malaysia and Thailand today. And right now we're entering into the Q&A session. So in fact, it's quite overwhelming with a lot of interesting questions from target to the different speaker, which they have also actively responded in the Q&A box. So with that, perhaps we can, I think we have about 10 minutes time, so we can ask the 2 questions and see how it goes. There's a question that asks about in Malaysia. In fact, later, I think we can also ask Mr. Ponchai if he have anything to add to the situation of Thailand. Do you experience any major issue or limitation or constraint for implementing the IoT solution? And what are these constraints and how do you cope with them? So perhaps anyone from MyIoTA would like to take these questions?
Dr.
Maybe-
Dr. Mazlan?
Yeah, maybe I'll share a little bit first, and maybe the rest can share others. So, of course, there is always challenges in IoT in Malaysia. But let me share with you 3 initiatives what Malaysia have done trying to promote IoT solutions. One is that when we talk about IR 4.0, there is what we call the National Industry 4.0 framework, which they have launched. And in order for us to ensure that the manufacturing sector enter the IR 4.0 phase using technology like IoT, there is a program where they have a IR 4.0 assessment for all manufacturing sector. Once they understand the gaps within the manufacturing sector, there is another program for intervention program, the industry forward intervention program, where they have grant that to support the enhancement or upskill or transforming the manufacturing sector using that grant. That's one area. Secondly is that we have what we call the National Technology Innovation Sandbox, which is run by another agency called Meranti. This sandbox is to trial new innovative solutions, and they have a grant where they will deploy into a certain sandbox area which is being defined by Meranti. Once we have tested it out, they would see whether it is technology feasible, matured enough, and whether there is any regulatory issues that need to resolve, or whether there is a market adoption. So that's Meranti in National Technology Sandbox. There is also one initiative from Malaysia Smart City Alliance, another association. What they have done is that they work with the stakeholders, especially the state, which they have a blueprint which they have rolled out to identify the short-term, medium-term, and long-term smart city solutions, which they have laid out clearly. And also they have short-term smart city solutions, which takes about 6 months to 1 year project. They have stated this very clearly, so that then they will call a lot of proposals from many parties. And that proposals, once they have agreed, they will make into a real implementation. So that's how it's more structured in that way, rather than every vendors try to approach local councils and to push their product. Now they have a very structured way using their own action plan, from smart cities. So there are the 3 things that I would like to share with you. Maybe others will share. Thanks.
James or Mr. Pafma or even okay, Mr. Pafma, we would like to add on.
I think Dr. Mazlan already very clearly articulated. Other than then, the challenges that you guys face in Thailand is same what we face in Malaysia or in any other countries. Stakeholders are not willing to invest capex because they don't know how the data will be used to produce ROI, and the data are need to be consolidated or collected over a period of time to produce artificial intelligence or machine learning or whatever to create value to the data. So the gap from collecting data, presenting in a dashboard, and generating a valuable return of investment is the gap that the stakeholders find is a challenge to invest on IR 4.0 solutions. That is why a lot of companies nowadays are looking into solutions where easy to be adopted by the target market, and it has to be focused more onto subscription based with a lower capital investment. So as the market grows or as the use cases grows, you can see more returns coming back, and the investment can be justified in that way. So that's all for me.
Any other speaker would like to add to this question? Okay, we have another question about AI and IoT goes hand in hand. With IoT allow the flow of data between devices, and AI also help to make sense of this data. But where does AI go from here, from the current stage of development? I think for these, both Mr. New and James have some answer for us. Yeah, perhaps we can start with Mr. New and then James can add on.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thanks, Wing. Yeah, basically, AI is something very broad. Yeah, so I'm not sure about the applications that you're mentioning for the data or this, but yeah. So today I'll share a bit about this AI. Basically, there are so many different levels, right? So I'm not sure about which level of AI that you're implementing. So let's say we go to the very basic one. So we have the data from sensors, from IoT sensors that we discussed today, right? So from different machine, different process, agricultures, weather, all these things. So the most basic thing I would like to share is that where we can put the AI into this is that we actually can use AI to assist in all the repetitive works that there's very high human intensive. All right, so we can use the AI to like compare data from the database. Yeah, like maybe thousands or millions of data that we need to like spend a few days to analyze for the data one. So AI can actually do it very fast. Yeah, in this kind of applications. So if you already done this, so maybe next you can like implement those like machine learning or the self-learning AI. So after that, basically they can actually have the multi-parameters analytics and comparison, then come up with the more accurate forecast. Yeah, especially for those like agricultures and those productivities yield comparisons and the forecast yield. All right, yeah, so this is the basic sharing, yeah, from my side. So with you, James.
Yeah, so I think I concur with Neil, and I think just now Padma also mentioned for you to take advantage of AI, right? Machine learning. First, you need to collect the data, right? And to collect the data, you need to invest on IoT and devices and sensors to do it, right? I think with the keen interest in AI, especially with technology like ChatGPT and Bard, right? It actually opens a lot more opportunities, right? And IoT actually would be one of the backbone, right, to support AI by providing a massive amount of data, right? I think there's still a lot of things that exciting things coming forward. I think with the combination of AI, that's why we also have this term called AIoT, right? Which actually both are integral to each other, right? For digital transformation, especially, right? Back to you, Wing, or Mr. Ponchai, you want anything to add on AI and IoT? Okay, back to you, Wing.
Okay, So, okay, actually, today, besides the overview about the direction of the AI industry or IoT industry in the future, we have a very specific question on the healthcare sector. In fact, several of them, but due to the time limitation, I think this will be the last question that we'll pose. And I would like to ask Mr. Brian, there's a question from the floor. When using IoT sensor or monitor for a patient dashboard, how does the gateway actually determine the owner of the data being sent? Would it be necessary to use the sensor that allow for patient ID inputs? So, Mr. Brian, would you like to address this?
Yes, Wayne. Yeah, I think first is that each of the gateway is paid to the devices in the same box, meaning that each device, for example, okay, just the oximeters and all would have a QR code attached to it. Then, you know, including the gateway, so we just have to use a barcode scanner or so, scan and pay all the devices to the particular gateway. Now, before the patient is sent home by the hospital, for example, in our dashboard, then we will pay the patient to this particular gateway. Yeah, okay, so there's pairing done. So once a patient bring it home, when they take the data, each piece of data is signed digitally by the gateway. So when the data is sent to the portal, you need this private key, public key thing to accept it and verify that the data is intended for the right patient. So this is how we make sure that, you know, the data don't go to the wrong person, so get missing somewhere. Is all using cryptography, in fact, just digitally sign every piece of the data that is sent. Yeah, I hope that answers the questions. We don't have a particular sensor to input the patient ID. No, it's pairing through the software side. Yeah, and then signing the data using the gateway.
Yes, I think it's very clear and it's also very secure, because I think we have a lot of concern about patient data privacy, which I think with that technology, you have also addressed to that. In fact, with the time limitation, we have collected all the questions from our attendees, and we will be distributing or seeing that question is addressed to which speaker, and we will be sharing with the respective speaker to address to you personally. And again, all the presentation will be embedded in the link, which our team will be sending out a thank you email about 2 days post the webinar, which you can find the presentation of the speaker along with the video of the webinar for today, which you can replay or even like you can share with your friends. All this can be visited in our Digitech ASEAN Thailand website. So we hope that you have enjoyed today's session, and would like to express our great appreciation to our supporter, Malaysia IoT Association, as well as TISA, Thailand Embedded System Association, for your valuable insight and contribution today. Besides this webinar, our main event, Digitech ASEAN Thailand 2023, your key face-to-face exhibition and networking platform that is organized under the theme of connecting you with global tech and digital community. This event will be happening on the 22nd to 24th of November this year at Hall 7 of Impact Exhibition and Convention Center, Bangkok, Thailand. Should you be keen to know more, please do not hesitate to contact our team with the contact information indicated on this slide, as well as you are free to follow our community, being Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn for more event updates. We would also like to invite you to visit our event in November. You can simply scan this QR code to complete your free of charge visitor registration. And last but not least, we would love to hear from you so we can improve and bring you the most relevant knowledge and business opportunity. Please scan this QR code on the screen to complete our survey, or you will also be receiving a post-webinar survey. It just takes 3 minutes of your time to complete this simple survey that will really help us to understand your needs as well as areas that we can improve for future event planning. Once again, thank you very much for giving us the time. Thank you to our honorable speaker for all the great experience, all the cases, all the videos that you have put together, and also are coming together to answer to some of the concerns that from our attendees. We hope that everyone enjoy and learn a lot for today, and we'd like to see you again soon in our next month's webinar. Thank you very much. Goodbye and sawadee ka. you.
Okay, thank you very much, Win. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, James, and every speaker.